Allow me to say something about Rigathi Gachagua, because people like crucifying me and saying, oh, you're working with Riggy. Oh, I tell them, look here, Kenyans. There was a guy who was called Saul. Saul was one of the best persecutors of Christians. If there's a guy who used to butcher Christians, it was Saul. He experienced his Damascus moment. And after his Damascus moment, Saul became the most important person in the conversion of non-believers into believers. Actually, more than half the Testament, of the New Testament, is written by a guy who used to butcher Christians. If today we were to speak about Paul now, after he became Paul from Saul, you realize that in the book of the conversion of souls, even he wrote to Thessalonians, Colossians, Philippians, and so on and so forth. Riggy may have had his past when he was in government. I personally did not like him. But on this other side, he has now started the writing of a book called The Journey to Sugoi. And The Journey to Sugoi will have more chapters written by William Ruto than any other person. In fact, he's writing now the same way Paul wrote letters. He's writing a letter to the Meru, Rigiji's letter to the cousins, Rigiji's letter to the Mashemejis, Rigiji's letter to, the Luya, Rigiji's letter. And then he's gotten so far, the way now Paul would leave and go to Mesopotamia. Riggy has now gone to the US, and he's even writing letters to the Americans. I'm hoping he's also going to go to Kenyans who are in China, and so on and so forth. So the Riggy after the impeachment is the Riggy I work with. He's like the Paul. He's written more in the book of how to take Ruto to Sigoi than any other person will ever write. And even right now when he's in the US, look at what is happening. Riggy is in the US. I remember one politician tweeting and saying, Kenya's problems have gone abroad, we are going to have peace for some time. Can you imagine? He's controlling Kenyan politics from there. I have seen our own politicians always responding to what he's saying there. The whole Kenya Kwanza administration is doing nothing else. They're not even focusing on some of us who are here. They are so busy. What has Riggy said? And he said it when they were asleep because our time difference. Even what he says when they are asleep has become a thorn in their flesh. And every morning they have to ask, Alizema nini? Then they respond, to the point of even insulting his wife.